First contest. Goes back towards him again, the big man, Hardingham on hands and knees also, trying to break away East Geelong through Baker, gets a kick away long towards O'Leary, uses the body, can't take the mark though. Hampshire backed himself and came away from Host and does it well at centre half back. Now he runs into some problems, now he gets a kick away, it might be okay to Lapino. He got it and handballed it away to Bogey, who runs through the middle. He dodges and weaves and gets around on the left foot, goes high towards the middle. Price uses the body, can't take the mark. McLeod against him on hands and knees. He's got to get rid of the footy now. He does so just out the back door. And Winchelsea had the numbers. Davis got a high tackle. Will take the free kick. Ryan Davis. He's got Wainwright centre half forward by himself.
Went there, Jason.
He elects though to go with the left foot long towards Kitchen on a long lead. Steele might chop it off. There's 2-on-1. Kitchen did pretty well. He's got 4 against him now. He needs some help. They bottle it up. He does pretty well in the end to bottle it up inside the 50. And we'll have a ball up. About 40 metres out from the Winchelsea goal. Ruck contest, Partridge and Breed. Breed with a big thump down, but Winchelsea with the numbers. Lapino gets back there and breaks away at 50. Wobbly kick back towards the middle. It might be okay though. Reed's taken the mark. We'll shoot for goal from 45 metres out directly in front.
He was really never not going to take that mark, Reed, was he? Called his teammate out in Wainwright and jumped very high, took the mark on the chest, and that with the ball.
It'll take a good kick from there, Eric.
So Nathan Reid, 45 metres out directly in front. The good kick has come, has it? It hasn't quite made the distance. It's off hands towards Maloney. Wainwright's there also on hands and knees. Bailey fighting for it as well. And the umpire will come in and ball it up only 10 metres out from the Winchelsea goal. They lead 10-5, 65. East Geelong 8-6-54. Ball up. Going up Steele towards the teeth of goal. Jones happy to see it through for a rush behind. So they go to 10-6, 66 Winchelsea. And East Geelong 8-6-54. Lexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard, 2 minutes played.
So the ball to come back into play. Nice little chip pass there from Steele. Mark not taken inside the 50-metre arc, and that spells danger for East Geelong because the ball's now in the attacking area for Winch. Players not prepared to give the ball up at the moment, so we await the outcome. A show of strength there. So now the umpire with the football. It's only 30 metres from the Winchelsea goal, so that ball goes up. Partridge, big punch forward for Winch as far as Steele. He's immediately tackled, and the ball does come clear. Picked up by
it's a
was
goal.
that Nathan Reid again, or was it not?
Just have to turn him around, Eric. I think it
might be Nathan Reid by the look of him. A fantastic goal. So that's a goal. That's his third. So 11 goals to Winch. 11 goals, 672. Lead East Geelong 8-6-54. Lexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. Only 3 minutes gone, and just a kick out of the middle of the pack. Fantastic effort, Laurie.
Well, there was a couple of good patches of play, Eric. One to hold in their forward 50 was great as well because they're very, very dangerous from the stoppages, and you called it beautifully. Exactly what happened. They were able to get it out there. Probably got kicked, pulled off the ball a little bit, boot the ball, and probably helped him get it through. But it was a great goal.
Back in the middle, Hardingham, Breed, big thump down towards half forward. Williams runs back. He needs to pick it up cleanly. O'Leary right next to him, gets a little toe poke away. Edwards tried to keep it in, couldn't do so effectively. It's off his hands and out of bounds for a boundary thrown in between wing and half forward. For East Geelong, kicking to the Eastern end in the third term. Boundary throwing. McCurry will do the ruck work for East Geelong here. Again, and he takes it out of the ruck contest and gets it away. Chopped off, though, by Wainwright. Good tackle by Michael O'Leary. The umpire will come in and ball it up. Still at half forward for the Eagles. McCurry will once again contest against Hardingham. Umpire throws the ball in the air. They go up. Hardingham, big thump down towards Bogey. Taps it on across half back. Dangerous, though. Might turn it over here. They have done so. Della gets a kick away, but Hampshire reads it better in front of Host. Takes the mark. Just settles down play. He's got Leak wide. He goes in that direction. It'll have to be a good kick. Precise it was. Close to the boundary line. Gives it away by hand to Wallen. Gets a kick towards centre wing. Moved the ball nicely. Not much to kick to, though. Will it sit for Price? He's got a couple against him. Pretty close to the boundary line. Tried to keep it in. Maloney. Did he keep it in? No, he didn't. And he's pulled up properly too.
Looks like a hammy.
God, you wouldn't want to do that when the ball's out of bounds, would you?
So it'll be a boundary throw in.
It's not a hammy, I don't think.
Out of side centre wing position. Southern side of the ground for Breed and Hardingham. Boundary umpire throws it in. Bogey in there also. Breed gets it down to the side of the pack, running through the middle. Gibson got free. Then he needs to get the handball away. Got it towards Della. And also in there, Broadway. They run into it now. Williams for Winchelsea. Tries to break free. Handball goes towards Price. He can't pick it up. Pushed off the footy by Gibson.
Do you think Winch tackling's been a little bit better than East, Eric?
I think probably it has been, Laurie. They're quite strong, off the footy.
Yeah, they look to place a tackle when they get an opportunity.
Boundary throw in, Hardingham and Breed. Both got a fist to it. Goes close to the boundary line once again. McLeod, kick over his shoulder. Back towards Berg and Warland. Warland will be under pressure from McCurry. Gets a kick away, torpedo punt towards centre wing. Getting back there, Maloney. Took a good mark, good overhead, and has taken the grab. Now, who gives him a lead? McCurry does. He wants to switch play to Steele. It'll have to be a good kick from there. Turning around is Reed. He's done pretty well. Simon Williams is in there as well. Over the top of it, Steele right in the middle of the ground. Nice and muddy in there. And the umpire will come in and ball it up. So
Nathan Reed did well there.
Dangerous kick there across the ground from the East Geelong side. And a ball up in the middle. Breed and Hardingham coming from the same side to the ruck contest. Hardingham pushed Breed out of the way and got it down to Simon Williams. If it sits for him, he can't pick it up though. He's under pressure. Tried to kick it off the ground. Now the turnover comes back towards Stuart Williams coming out. Warland as well. Cross half back. Kick around the corner. I think I could mark that. It's out of bounds on the full.
That's a pretty poor effort.
And Gemmell will take the free kick for the Eagles.
Probably did. He did the hard work. He one grab pick up off the ground with a moving ball, but the kick was terrible.
Yep. Now, I'm not bagging him, but sometimes he does those little silly things. He's a great player, but lets his teamwork, lets his himself down a little bit.
Gemmell kicked it towards McCurry in the middle of the ground. Lapino pushed out of the way. The don't argue from McCurry. Got it back to Dalla off a step towards Breed at centre half forward. Can't take the mark. Falls towards Hill. He leads Partridge in the race of the footy. Then tried to get away. Partridge hassled him out of it. Now comes back towards Hill. Kicked in danger. Should be a free kick. Price put his hands on the line and his arms.
And body.
And his body, and will take the free kick at half back for the Blues.
And his life.
Chips the ball to Warland. Still on half back. Hopefully he'll be able to do a little bit better for Winchelsea on this occasion. Chips the ball over the top, the lead on from Bogey. Puts the hands up, takes the mark in between wing and half back. Just chipping the ball. Now he plays on, goes along towards the middle of the ground. Simon Williams getting across there. Dalla got a hand to it. Second effort was all right, got a high tackle. Then he ducked his head and he might lose the footy now.
Yeah, he's in trouble.
So now they'll play on advantage. Leak runs through the middle. He'll have to keep going through there. He's run a long way. He goes to the right foot kick. Kitchen on the right side. Good play by Jones. Did pretty well. Gets a shepherd from Michael O'Leary. Draws a player. Kicks over the top. The lead on from Baker out there, close to the boundary line, holds it back, gives it to Bailey. He'll go off a step, goes with a wobbly kick towards McCurry, but Hardingham chops it off, takes the mark. And still in the middle of the ground, Craig Hardingham will try and push Winchelsea back into attack.
So Hardingham now. McCurry telling him to play on. The umpire hasn't spoken. Now he kicks the ball long to half forward. It's good direction. Well, Paul Price, magnificent effort of just shepherding his opponent out there, and the mark taken by Rude. There's a magnificent diving mark by, is it Davis? Dived, oh goodness gracious me, you wouldn't see better than that in any football. He's dived full length, taken it on the chest. I think he landed on the football actually.
Deserves a goal, this
taken the wind out of his sails completely. He's already kicked a goal earlier in the game, so he certainly winded himself as he landed there, I'm sure. So
go to the bench, go to the bench, son. Breed will kick it for you.
I think he enjoys kicking a goal. The ball will now be relayed back to him. He's taken a few deep breaths, as you would. And the man the mark, 25 metres out directly in front, and Ryan Davis to have the kick on goal for Winchelsea. Only one goal for the quarter in the first 9 minutes so far. The chance here for Winch to put a second one on the board. Moves in, not a bad looking approach, not a bad looking kick, and second goal for Davis, and the 12th for Winchelsea. 12-6-78. They lead East Geelong scoreless in this quarter, 8-6-54. Lexa Wyndham's third quarter scoreboard, as I said, 9 minutes gone.
I think no one was trying to put a tackle on, but I think Leakey went a fair distance with that ball.
I think they gave him a bit of latitude to get out of the mud.
I think that's
it only counts for half a metre in there, not a metre.
Well, the mud, let's say it's 22 metres. He's run the full length.
Yes.
He was skiing for half of it.
So back to the middle for Breed and Hardingham, who set that up from half back for Winchelsea. Got the kick to Reed. Umpire throws the ball in the air. And Breed gets it down. Warland through the middle though. Kick off the ground by Gibson. Goes towards Broadway. Handball back towards Maloney. His handball to Gibson, who followed it up. Kick around the corner at half forward. Getting back there, Wainwright did well. Filled the hole.
That's where he's fallen down along there, Jace, at half forward.
And Wainwright goes towards centre wing with a kick. Davis once again goes up, off hands at the back of the pack. McLeod close to the boundary line. Davis again got a high tackle and might be out of bounds. It is.
Did pretty well, Davis. There, 1 out against 5, Laurie. Why would you kick it there? Goodness gracious me. But I'll tell you what, he got it to the boundary.
He worked hard for it.
So a boundary throw in. True centre wing. Southern side of the ground. Breed and Hardingham. Boundary umpire throws the ball in. Hardingham got it down to the back. Bogey, little toe poke off the ground. Needs some support now. Simon Williams tries to tap it back towards Phillips running through the middle. Goes with the right foot kick. Wobbly punt towards Reed. Used the body beautifully. And he can chip the ball. Great play, Jones, because he was coming and he's left Kitchen by himself 30 metres in the clear at full forward. So he had to make sure he smothered the footy then because Reed was trying to chip it to him. And he turns around and says, sorry, mate, I couldn't get it to you. A good play by Ben Jones. Ball up 40 metres out from goal from Winchelsea. Breed taps it over his head and gets it away. They might be okay. Griffiths gets a kick back to the middle, but only Partridge is there for Winchelsea. Be able to drive it back inboard for the Blues. He goes now with the right foot kick towards centre half forward. Reed from behind takes the mark. Too tall.
Oh.
He's got good hands, hasn't he?
Edwards was leading for him into the pocket, but he elects to go back and will have a set shot for goal.
This is similar distance from the other one.
He's kicked 3 this afternoon.
Might be a shade closer, Laurie, perhaps.
40 metres out. He comes in, gives it everything he's got. Oh, it's a pretty good kick on the goal line. There's... Oh, it's touched.
Rushed at the finish.
There's no way the goal umpire could have seen the first one because he was standing in the middle of the pack. So a behind to Winchelsea. They go to 12-7-79. They lead East Geelong 8-6-54. Lex the Wyndham third quarter scoreboard.
That's a better effort from Steele as the kick in's gone way outside 50. Over the head of the pack. Picked up by McLeod for East. Does the full circle. Chips it over the top. Looking for Mick O'Leary. Gone right out of the play since quarter time. Takes the mark on... well, between the halfback flank and wing, just chips it further forward, finds a teammate in Carter. He takes the mark and continues quickly towards centre half forward, looking for Breed. Can't take the mark. Wainwright picks up the crumb, gets away from Hill on the left foot. Nice looking kick. Oh, terrific mark. Mick O'Leary behind Paul Price. And on the centre wing, on the southern side of Richmond Crescent, Mick O'Leary for East Geelong has taken the mark. Signalling for players to lead, kicks it long towards half forward. Well, nobody there for East.
Yeah, they're falling down badly.
Sean O'Leary was there, but he had 3 opponents, and at the back of the pack, a comfortable mark to Warland.
I think you're a little bit top heavy on their forward line, Eric.
So Warland now decides to switch the play. Terrible kick, unfortunately, into the arms there of Broadway. He's tackled immediately, tries to use strength. Umpire said no prior opportunity. Might have been a bit fortunate because he tried to break the tackle, I thought. But between centre half forward and the centre for East Geelong, kicking to the eastern end. Ball goes Breed, taps it down, coming across, picking the ball up well on that occasion was Edwards for Winchelsea, over the centre mud patch. Steele attacks the footy, gets it, kicks it out wide, looking for Hill. They've been very indirect. It's now 2-on-1, and terrific effort there by, was it Phillips for Winchelsea. He took the 2 of them on, kicked the ball along the boundary to the boundary, and fantastic effort in front of the change rooms here at Richmond Crescent. 14 minutes gone, third quarter, 12-7 Winch, lead East 8-6 as the boundary umpire now puts the ball in once again. Big pack of players tapped down there for East Geelong by Della doing the ruck work, picked up by Sean O'Leary, has a pot shot from 35.
Missed
and
everything.
That's unusual for Sean O'Leary, missed absolutely everything, out of bounds on the full. So going back now is to Matty Warland, and that's not a bad idea. A couple of his kicks in this quarter have been excellent, long kicks. Looking to switch the play, but I think play the defensive wing. They're doing pretty well through there so far in this quarter, Winchelsea. As what's happened? The umpire has decreed that that's not... Why can't he do that?
No reason in the world.
The player was standing exactly the same position. However, the ball's been taken back now to McCallum. It is to Hampshire, beg your pardon. Hampshire now. Gee, that's a dangerous kick straight towards McCurry. Can't take the mark. Comes to ground. Leak can't pick it up. McCurry does the roving. Hooks it around the body to full forward. What's he done with it? No, it takes a left leg break and out of bounds. Picked up by Hampshire. Keeps it in play with a long handball to Phillips. He's tackled, and as he's kicking the football. He's pushed off balance and it's caused the ball to go over the boundary line on the full. And the free kick will go in front of our broadcast position to Fitzgerald. Now runs inboard, kicks it long towards the full forward position. Sean O'Leary, good position, good punch away from behind by Hampshire. Whistle on play. Umpire has indicated that player held without the footy. Looks like Gibson to me. And that was in the marking contest, and the free kick has been paid. So an opportunity for East Geelong to get a score in this third quarter. Man on the mark, 45 from goal. Sean O'Leary gives the lead, goes longer than that to full forward. Big pack in the goal square. Ball comes to ground, picked up by Host. He's got round 2 tackles. Handball to Breed. Breed's kick smothered off the boot. Price almost picks it up. Gets support from Edwards. Now to Wallen by hand. Oh, he eludes a tackle. Gets a lovely handball now to Leake. He's tackled immediately. Looks for the boundary. Can he find it with a long handball? He's had to follow it up and does well, but the ball's still in play. Picked up by McLeod. He's tackled from behind by Reed, a long way up the ground. And Winchelsea. So the free kick now is just a little bit of feeling coming in as Leake gets the free kick for pushing the back. And he handballs quickly to Wallen. Now Wallen, long kick over the centre for Winchelsea. The lead's come out there, can't quite reach the ball. Is Simon Williams. The ball lands within the field of play and just drifts over the boundary line now. Now between wing and half forward in Winchelsea's forward half. There's the boundary umpire on the southern side about to put the ball in once again. Hardingham and Breed doing the ruck work. Bit of body work there. Breed gets the tap down. Overrun the footy, picked up brilliantly by Leake on that occasion. Eludes a tackle, low into the bruise. Oh, Reed, written all over it, his name there. The ball just too high for his opponent, and Reed read it well. Takes the one grab mark. He's almost the same position. Decides to play on quickly. Their lead has come from Kitchen. Jones does well. Ball comes to ground. Well, Jones hanging on to the jumper. Nose at the umpire. And the ball drifts over the boundary line. But I think that was a good move by Reed. He'd had 2 shots from there and couldn't make the distance. Laurie had to look for an option.
Yeah, it's sensible play.
So the ball now 10 metres from the behind post. Western end, Richmond Crescent. Winchelsea kicking to that end as the ball comes down to play. Reed does the ruck work, gets a handball out. There's a bit of water down there. The players...
Must be a broken pipe there.
It's the cricket practice wickets here, and obviously there's just a flat spot within the ground, and there looked to be quite a bit of water there.
I think we'll bowl, Oz.
I don't think we'll bat on that.
We'll bowl.
As the boundary umpire now, it's 40 metres from the behind post. Puts the ball into play, doing the ruck work as Williams. Comes down to Wainwright, tackled out the footy. Breed tries to crash his way through. Ball comes out to McLeod for East. Gets a call on the wing. Sean O'Leary's a long way up the ground. Takes the mark on half-back flank. It's a full forward. One player for East Geelong in the forward half at the present moment. McCurry takes the mark in the middle. Handball to Michael O'Leary in the mud patch. Kicks it now to the lead of Host. They're only the 2 players in the forward 50 for East Geelong. Doing well on that occasion. Hampshire kicks the ball along the ground looking for the boundary. Does well, Host. He jumps on the football, keeps it in the field of play. No, the boundary umpire signal it was over the boundary line. So 18.5 minutes gone in the third quarter. 12-7 Winch. Lead East 8-6.
So boundary throw in Hardingham and Host to do the ruck work. Umpire throws the ball back into play. Over the back wall and got it down to the side. Only as far as Gemmell wrapped up, dropped the footy from Davis, turn over to Leake, but it might come back to the tackler, and that was Ryan Davis at half-back. We'll take the free kick for the Blues. Lead on from Reed, goes in that direction now, puts it up high. Reed got a couple against him. Hill over the back of the pack. Williams also there. Fitzgerald for East Geelong. Price uses the body and has Reed in support. He can't take it with him. Wainwright, great pick up through the middle. Did very nicely. Got just pushed as he got it to kick away. Now Jones leads in the race to the footy and can run away at half-back. Little toe poke. I think it's off hands. Oh, in fact, it's not. It's off a leg. It's out of bounds.
He's got a bit of toe, hasn't he, Jones? He made a bit of ground up to get to that.
And it was off Price's leg, so it will be a free kick to Ben Jones for East Geelong. So half-back flank.
That sort of pace would be terrific off half-back, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Called to play on now, so Price comes at him, he gets his kick away, torpedo punt towards centre wing, and falls in the arms of Michael O'Leary, gives it away to Carlin just on the ground, gives it back to Michael O'Leary on centre wing, goes towards half forward, brother Sean gives him a lead, Berg against him, also Hampshire, they go at it, good play defensively, they see it over the boundary line, and it will be a throw in.
Mick O'Leary's got a bit of a hobble up too, thigh perhaps.
Yeah, I thought I saw him limping earlier in the game, Eric. You called it there beautifully before that he had gone out the game a bit because he had 6 kicks in the first quarter and 1 in the second.
Okay.
Boundary throw in, half forward flank, southern side of the ground. Host got it to the front. Now comes towards the side of the pack. Gemmell gets a kick away, this time smothered. Off hands and out of bounds once again.
It's the little skills that Winchelsea are doing well, Laurie. The smothers, the tackles, as you mentioned before, the shepherding.
Yeah, I think they're just holding they're holding East up just enough, I think, to put them off the game, to stop it flowing the ball into the forward line quickly, which they were doing early in the game.
The Eagles haven't scored in the third term. It comes to the side of the pack from the ruck contest. It'll kick towards McLeod. Got chopped off though. Davis, that's a weak attempt to try and get the footy out, but the umpire...
It was almost a trip in the first instance to put him to ground.
Was sold into it, and it will be a ball up. Just inside the centre square at half forward. Hardingham goes up. Host having a run in the ruck by the looks at Hardingham. Second bounce. Broadway tried to show his muscle in and get through. He couldn't do so. Gibson, he got a bit of a trip as well. On hands and knees, got it back to Maloney. Off a step towards half forward. O'Leary used the body, couldn't take the mark though. Partridge, and now it comes to Williams. Has got a bit of time to push it towards the outer side and give Andrew Leake a chance to run onto it if it sits for him.
He's away.
And can he get away from Dally? Yes, he can. He arches his back, puts it on the ground, goes to half forward, lead on by Kitchen, goes in that direction, past he, and also Jones goes to the back of the pack. Simon Williams kick off the ground, but Andy Hill is happy to see it through for a rush behind to the Blues. They go to 12.880. And they lead East Geelong 8-6-54. Lexa Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard, 22 minutes played.
Thought Hill had more time than that, Laurie. I think that was perhaps an easy option, wasn't it?
It was an easy option, all right. There should be a penalty for that, I reckon.
So the ball now kicked in quickly by Jones. Fantastic mark diving, falling backwards to Carter, and over the top of
Good
Paul
play,
Price.
Pricey.
And Price certainly held him up. Now a little chip pass again. The leads come from Breed on centre wing, and ahead of Hardingham has taken the mark. Decides to kick it towards the middle of the ground. Baker makes good ground to take a chest mark. He's pretty quick, but he's also gone out of the game. Comes back into the corridor. Gee, that's dangerous. Certainly numbers with East Geelong, but Winchelsea do well. Bogey comes back. Handball, terrible handball, into trouble, but he gets some support there from Davis on the left foot. Kicks to the lead of Reid. Does well to get rid of his opponent, and he's tackled without the footy. Umpire. Reid was absolutely held back then. Now Broadway again. This time his strength does prevail. Gets rid of the tackler. Now he tries to take on the player. Just sheer strength, and that's probably one of the rare occasions I think that Winch's tackling has gone astray. McCurry now. Half forward flank takes the mark. Bogey does well, gets in the way. Ball comes out for Winch. Good stretch there by Stuart Williams to take the mark on half back flank. So Winch out of trouble again. Their back half really standing up in this third quarter, as Jason mentioned a few moments ago. Still scoreless in this third quarter. The chip over the top and found Berg. Berg now adjacent to our broadcast position, centre wing. Kicks it now over the centre. In the front there is Hardingham. Strong mark, far too tall for his opponent on that occasion, Carter. And the big stretch has taken the mark. Now looking to continue toward the swimming pool. The ball goes along the half forward flank. There's a whistle on the play, and McLeod, I think, milked that for all it was worth in the marking contest. Got his opponent Davis's hand up high. Now he goes across the ground. That's dangerous to Maloney, but he takes the mark. 20 metres out, directly in front. Going to come back almost from whence it's come, because the ball now looking for Baker. Lucky takes the mark just ahead of Nathan Reid. So Baker now goes back across the ground. They've had 4 kicks East Geelong and only gained about 40 metres, but now mark taken in the middle of the ground by Carlin. Slowing it down. I think he needs to get it moving. Kicks it, he's got a crook left leg, I reckon, because he's had to kick it with his non-preferred foot. That centre half forward. The handball comes out to Mick O'Leary. Tries to kick it on his left foot. Not 15 metres, said the umpire. Back into the middle. Baker, stood his ground. Takes the strong mark. Davis pulled out of that, luckily. Well, about to go on Baker. Now he goes skating through the mud in the middle. Great kick, but terrific defensive stuff. Edwards there for Winch. Only as far as, was it Maloney once again? Chipped it to the pocket, and the mark taken there by Breed. He's a long way from goal. Man of the mark's almost 50, and will take a very good kick from there. I don't know the Breed could get the distance from there, but he might prove me wrong. Jared Breed, very close to the boundary line, moves in. Well, he's given it a fair sort of a ride. It's going to be very, very close. It's a magnificent goal if it is. And that's the first for the quarter for East Geelong. Jared Breed, big kick from the boundary line. Takes East to 9,660. They trail Winchelsea 12,880. Lexa Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard, 25 and a half minutes gone.
Yeah, it was a lovely kick, wasn't it? It took all his effort to get it there, but just made the distance nicely. Very, very, very good.
Interesting, McCurry and Host having quite a discussion in the goal square, and McCurry's going to rest there and Host coming forward.
So back to the middle. Breed in the ruck, kicked the last goal against Hardingham. Hardingham gets it down. Who's it going to sit for though? Breed. He gets it away to Baker, who's back in the game in the last 5 minutes. Kick high. And Fitzgerald has to sit and wait up against Wainwright, who did very nicely. Oh, he's hurt himself, though, coming down. Now Simon Williams comes at it. He needs to come around on the left foot and kick it dangerously back to the middle. Hardingham, the big man, does well. Takes the mark. We see Wainwright in front of us here, just limping, hobbling. Maybe turned an ankle or something. Got it away to Lapino. Hardingham goes long towards Reid once again at centre half forward. Good punch away by Hill. Falls towards Bogey. Should have handballed at first instance. Then it falls to Davis. Now Price off a step to great vision to Nathan Reid over his shoulder. He handballed it to Wallen. Wallen will come in. Handball it to Kitchener. He'll kick the goal.
Good.
And be careful because he's been pushed in the back after he kicked the goal. And I think he's very, very lucky, Ben Jones there. Anthony Kitchener's kicked his fifth. And the quick reply for Winchelsea, they go to 13,886. They lead East Geelong 9,660. Lexa Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard, 27 minutes played. Great vision, Paul Price.
Oh, certainly was.
Was going with a left foot kick, kicked it over his shoulder, back behind him towards Nathan Reid in the right forward pocket.
Yeah, terrific call, obviously, from Reid.
And from there on, then they were queuing up for it. I thought they were going to handball a goal in the finish.
Matty Wallen's a bit like Sean O'Leary too. You don't see him handball too often, so Matty loves a goal.
Today's a big day.
It's a big day. We picked the right game to come to.
This might go down the annals of the GDFL history, those two guys. So back in the middle with the umpire. Put the ball in the air once again. Quick answer from Winch. Tap down comes from Breed. Doesn't go too far. Picked up by Gibson. Handball out to Fitzgerald. He gets a handball forward, but he's struggling to get it clear. Tap toe Carlin. Handball over to Fitzgerald once again towards full forward. McCurry can't take the mark. The crumb comes to Sean O'Leary. Had a pot shot off the left foot going toward the goal area, but helped over the boundary line there by Berg, I think it was, for Winchelsea, and out of bounds, adjacent to the behind post. I guess they've defended so well, Laurie Winch, in this quarter at 28 minutes in the quarter. They really wouldn't want another one to get through.
No, that's right, Eric. You've done exceptionally well.
So the ball now, a metre from the behind post, thrown in by the boundary umpire. Hardingham taps it towards the goal area. The only person there is Wallen, takes it as the siren sounds. So not many goals scored for the quarter, only a 28-minute quarter, but at three-quarter time, a great third quarter from Winchelsea. They've gone to 13,886. They lead East Geelong 9,660.
In that third term, Winchelsea kicked 3 goals, 3. And East Geelong managed just one straight goal. 26 points of difference at the final change. The goal kickers for the Blues, 5 to Anthony Kitchen, 3 to Nathan Reid, 2 each to Ryan Davis and Andrew Leake, and a single goal to Daniel Phillips. While for East Geelong, 3 to Zach Host, 2 to Sean O'Leary, singles to Andrew Hill, Simon Baker, Shane Bailey and Jared Breed. 26 points of difference at the final change. We'll take a break and back with the final quarter action of our Matchday Live coverage this afternoon at Richmond Crescent. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.